Hello book besties and welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to do my April TBR. It is currently March 25th. It's Monday. I am filming this ahead of time, trying to be productive and on top of things to make consistent videos. I'm also going away on Thursday for my best friend's bachelorette trip, and so I'm not going to have much time this coming weekend to film because also Sunday's Easter, so I have church and just things going on Sunday. So I thought, let me be smart, big brain, and film now. Ignore the dirty apartment. So we're gonna talk about all the books I hope to read in April. I know technically March has not ended yet. We have about a week left, and I have goals, ambitions to what I want to accomplish. Books I want to finish before the month ends. Granted, some of them are not on my TBR, but we'll talk about that in my wrap up. But we're gonna talk about my April TBR. I have an ambitious TBR as always, okay? As always. But I really think and I hope and I want to accomplish a TBR because most of the books I plan on reading are for reading vlogs. So I'm hoping that really motivates me to really get through these books and read them in a timely manner and actually read everything off my TBR. We'll see. If I can finish all the books I had on the TBR, I deserve a medal. And if I don't read them all, then what's new? You know what I mean? Oh, what's new? So first, I am planning on doing a reading vlog of a week of reading books or series I'm currently in the middle of. So I have 3 books for that reading vlog. So the first book I have is Two Twisted Crowns by Rachel Gillig. This is the last and second book in the Shepherd King duology. Oh my god. I read the first book last year and I really enjoyed it. I honestly think I gave it a 4 stars or a 4 point something. Loved it. If I read this, I finish a duology, so why haven't I read it? I don't know. It's not even that long. So I'm really hoping to read this book because I had started it and then never finished it. And I really just want to read it and be able to have a completed duology on my bookshelf. The series follows Elspeth and Raven. It's like a dark fantasy, like a dark, like not dark academia, but it's just like a melancholy mood in this book, in which the magic system is that there are these providence cards, which are, you tap on them and you get the powers from those cards, and you have to use those cards, but then also the magic drains you, so you can't be connected to the card for so long. And so there's also a mist that kills people or something. I honestly don't remember much. The moral of the first book was that Elspeth was trying to collect all the Providence cards in order to get rid of the fog, and she ends up meeting Raven and they start working together, and it's a romance also as well as a fantasy story. This is the last book. I'm excited to get to it. I've heard people say they like this one more than the first one, so I'm hoping, very much hoping I can get to it. Like I said, it's not that long, okay? 434 pages. So I'm really hoping to get to this one. Next is a book. It does not complete the series, but I've been in the middle of this book for so long, and I don't know why. Probably because it's long, but I love the first book. I love this when I'm reading it. Love the characters, the world, the found family, the French. I love it. Love it all, but it's heartbreaking also, and that is Keeping 13 by Chloe Walsh. This is the second book in the Boys of Tommen series. The first 2 follow Johnny and Shannon, and the second 2 follow Joey and Aoife. But the first book is about Johnny and Shannon. Shannon is at the school where she gets bullied, so she ends up going to the Tommen College? College of Tommen? A new school. Okay, where she meets Johnny, who is a star rugby player. Shannon is going through a hard time in life. She has a lot of different things going on with her home life. So look up trigger warnings for this series, please, because there is a lot. But a lot of it is a character study. It's about their friendship between Johnny and Shannon and the other found family group, about the struggles they're going through, overcoming it, the relationships, the growth, and it's so sweet and beautiful. It is a chunky book. It is like 600 pages, but the font is microscopic. But like I said, I have started it. I have been annotating it, and I do have it on my Kindle as well, and I've been reading it on that when I had been reading it. So I'm really hoping to get through that in that reading vlog as well, and probably on my Kindle, so hopefully maybe go through it a little bit quicker. But I do love annotating it. Oh, like looking at annotations is so fun. Like, look at that. You get to just see what you saw. Anyways, okay. So I really would love to finally finish this and see what happens between Johnny and Shannon and be able to read the next books in this series. So, Keeping 13, Chloe Walsh. And the last book for that reading vlog of reading books or series I'm in the middle of is Iron Flame by Rebecca Yarros. I read Fourth Wing earlier last year, loved it, adored it. And I literally bought this book on release day in Georgia on a trip. Haven't finished it. I did start it. I'm on page 123 in here, and I do also have it on my Kindle because I was trying to help me like get through it quicker by having it on my Kindle. I haven't finished it. I think part of it is because I'm scared because I've heard some mixed reviews about this series, and I've heard that there's a lot of information and it seems like a longer book. But I really enjoyed the story and I want to continue the series, and so I'm really hoping to get through Iron Flame as well. This story follows Violet in this world. Like, there's different schools that you can be sorted into, Hogwarts style. She wanted to be a scribe, but she ends up going to the war college because her mom is like the commander of the army, and essentially there they have to like survive through all the training, and they match with a dragon, and then they work with the dragon and battle politics, planning, enemies to lovers, found family, all the things in this. And I really love the first book. The ending literally was like, so I really want to get through this, and I've heard people say the ending was worth it, but I've seen people also saying that it was just like a lot. So I'm scared, but I'm hoping to read this as well in that reading vlog. So I have these 3 books I'm hoping to read in that reading vlog, or reading books or series I'm in the middle of. Okay, and the next books I want to read are for another reading vlog, which I've mentioned before, which is reading hard-hitting books, emotional books, reading books that make me cry. Hopefully these books do that, and that is my goal because I love crying with fictional characters, okay? And so the first books I want to read in that is If He Had Been With Me and If Only I Had Told Her by Laura Nolan. I don't know anything about this book. All I know is it's heartbreaking, and this just came out, I believe. I've heard mixed reviews about this one, so I'm a little scared, but they're not too long, and hopefully I can read these and have a good cry for the reading vlog. And the last book I want to read in that reading vlog is The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue by V.E. Schwab. This is my first V.E. Schwab book. It follows Addie, who I think made a deal so that she could live a long time, but the consequence was that once you meet people and once you leave, they forget who you are, and then one day she meets someone who says, I remember you. That's all I know. It takes place in France in 1714. I have some people getting emotional about this book. The ending has hit people, and so I'm excited. Hopefully it gives me a good cry, and I'm looking forward to reading this, hopefully in April in that reading vlog. So we have these 3 books I want to read in a reading vlog for emotional and sad books. And then the last set of books I want to read are for another reading vlog. I have read only one Emily Henry book, and that is The People We Meet on Vacation last year. I personally really enjoyed that book, but I also know that's one of people's least favorite books by Emily Henry, and everyone adores her other books. And so I thought with the new release coming out, I think in April, on April 23rd, I'll have it here, I thought it'd be fun to read Emily Henry for a week and then read the new release and rank my favorite books in order. So that would mean I need to read Beach Read by Emily Henry and Book Lovers by Emily Henry, and then I thought it'd be fun to go and buy Happy Place because I don't own that one, and read that one as well, and then her new book, which I think is Funny Story. And so we could read those 4 books in that reading vlog of reading all of Emily Henry books and tier ranking them with which ones are my favorite and my least favorite. I've been seeing a lot of people talking about her books more and more recently. I think everyone's always talking about her books, but I like romance books that are more hard-hitting and have more meaningful messages in them. And people seem to adore these 2 books. Like, these 2 are like usually one of people's favorites by Emily Henry. So I'm super excited to read these. I don't know what they're about. I'm pretty sure this one is about our female main character, and our main male characters are both writers, but for different genres. And I think they end up swapping genres for a week or for a while on vacation because they're in a writer's block and a relationship forms. I don't know, but I'm excited. And then Book Lovers, nothing about this. Books. That's all I got. I really don't know, but I just want to go into it and just feel the vibe, see how I feel, what I like about it, the writing and everything. So I'm very excited for these. So hopefully we can do this in April as well with Happy Place and the new release of Funny Story. So these are all the books I hope to read in April. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 books, plus Happy Place and plus Funny Story. 10 books. These are chunkers. Can I do it? I am going to dream. I'm going to pray and hope that I do, because I hope the reading vlogs will motivate me to really get into it. I also have no plans in April of traveling at all. So hopefully every weekend I can be devouring sets of books at a time. It is me and my boyfriend's anniversary of 3 years, but I don't know if we're going anywhere for that. So hopefully I can really get through these this month, or this month in April. And I'm really excited. I have like a nice mix of books. I'm hoping I can get to all of these books, and if I do, I will be mind blown by myself. But yes, let me know what your thoughts are on any of these books that I have on my TBR. If you've read them, if you want to read them, what you thought about them. and any video ideas you would like to see in the future. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and happy April, and I'll see you guys in my next one.